Can anyone hear me? Hey, everybody. We are going to go ahead and get started with this class in 4 minutes. It's at 6 o'clock, and I am going to be showing you how to do a cut crease. This is so exciting. This is my first YouTube Live. I'm super nervous, but excited. Let me see here. I'm just reading the comments and everything. Will the video stay on YouTube? Okay. They answered it. So I'm just reading. Yay, Anosa. We're excited. I'm glad you're excited. Yeah, so like I said, everybody, in 3 minutes, we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh my goodness, 11? Well, see, I'm in Orlando, Florida, and it is 5:58. Midnight. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, you know what? I appreciate the dedication. You know, you guys are going to learn some great tips on how to get that cut crease. Vanessa, I am looking forward to teaching you. Thank you. Oh, Vegas. Oh, my Lord, Stacy. Listen, I've been to Vegas a few times, and that heat is like an oven. You're like baking in it. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. And Sophia, thank you for joining. Absolutely. I'm excited. Mina from Pennsylvania. Anytime I think of Pennsylvania, I think of Scranton from The Office. All right, and we got 1 more minute. So I'm super excited. Hey, Yvette. Yes, The Office all day. Oh, I used to live in New Mexico, Albuquerque. All right, so it is 6 o'clock. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me see here. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. Welcome, everybody. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Joana. I live here in Orlando, Florida. I have been doing makeup since I was 16, and I am now 27 years old. So I got a few notches under my belt. All right. I am here with Il Maquillage, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do a half cut crease. Now, one of the benefits of Il Maquillage, as you lovely people may know, is that they are very a tech forward company, and they are very empowering towards women. And that's one thing I love being involved with this company. You know, they definitely motivate, and the products are bomb.com. Look at this flawless face, like come through. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with the beginning steps of a cut crease. And I like to start off with a very good base. I'm also going to be, if I look like I'm super close, that's because I'm reading the comments to make sure I'm answering questions. Tuning in from Tampa. Okay. And Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Oh, my mom's from Cleveland. Cleveland. All right, so very important when getting started with a cut crease, you want to start off with a good base. We're going to be using the concealer from Il Makiage, the I'm Flawless, and this is the 3.5. One thing I love about this concealer is it's amazing. It goes on very easy. Let me show you guys. So we're going to apply it. I see. Okay, New York. Some coffee. That was horrible. Shouldn't have said that. Application tips for the concealer. It really separates on my skin. Okay, so what you're going to go ahead and do to prevent that, we're going to blend it. Oh, and this is a flat brush, loves. You can see here. We're going to go ahead and literally just go ahead and apply this all over our lid. And that's going to be what makes the color pop. You know what I mean? Also, too, it keeps it on your eyes all day long. Let me see here. Just making sure. Questions? And that's what we're doing. Just literally tapping that in. Be very gentle when it comes to your eyes. You don't want to tug because the older you get, the less elasticity you have in your skin. Just gonna go ahead and dab it all over. Also, too, if you don't have a flat brush, you can use your finger. Use your ring finger, though, because you have less control over it, so you won't be tugging as hard. So you can also go in there and just lightly dab it. Okay, it literally gives you the same effect. Let me go here. Okay, so now that we have our base, let me see, missed the first minute. Did you use a lighter shade of? Yes, I did. I use a lighter shade of concealer. It's the same concealer I use to contour. This is the exact same one. Let's see here. And you can, absolutely, you can drag it. I see here, Anosa. You can definitely drag it towards your nose. But for me, I already did my foundation. I would do that if I didn't do my foundation already, but I already did that. And as far as how much lighter the concealer should be, for the highlight under your eyes, it depends on how dramatic, but keep it between 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. If you want more of a dramatic one, stick with 3 shades lighter, more natural, 1 to 2 shades. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with our transition colors. And transition colors are very important during a cut crease because they are what are going to keep the colors blended together. So as you guys can see, I use 3 different colors here, but you wouldn't notice it because the transition color helps blend them together. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So let me see this. Take our brush. And no, you don't have to use a lighter concealer. Like I said, I just used the one that I use for my contour. You can use a more natural one. Okay, and as far as like the fallout under your eyes, this is what you're gonna do. When you tap your eyeshadow, go ahead and all you gotta do is just tap it. Any extra will fall out and you'll be good to go. Also to wear, if you have to wear an under eye patch. So I'm gonna start on the wrong eye. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna follow the natural. As you can see, I have really big eyes, guys. So you can see I kind of have a natural crease already laid out for me. So we're gonna go and apply the transition color. All right. And do you see already with how we did a base, how the color is already popping? That's what you want. Let me see. Sid Craig, a transition shade is literally a color. So let me see. You see with this palette, these two, let me fix it. These two would be the transition shades. All right. And it's just going to basically keep the colors blended well together. Marcia, as far as the brush hair, I've never had I've never like just been like, oh, it's synthetic versus natural. To me, no. I don't think that makes a difference as far as me. Okay, so now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're going to dip in to this color right here. And we're gonna go ahead and apply that at the top. And all I'm doing here is literally blending out that harsh line with a softer color. Oh, this brush, it's literally just, as far as like what I did for the crease, it's a pointed fluffy brush. You see how it's really soft and yet dense. And that's what I use to apply it inside of my crease. And that was for Michelle. So now we're literally just going to take that pink transition color and we're blending out the harsh lines. And yes, I can show you the first and second shades. Adele, right here, it is this right here, these two I'm using. Yes, brown and then pink. Now we're gonna go in with the deeper color right here. And we're just going to deepen that, deepen the eyeshadow to give it more of a dramatic look. And yeah, the crease shade is darker, Marika. Listen, Tammy, the only reason why it looks easy is because practice makes perfect. And yes, that is the Il Makiage color palette. It is the Color Boss Master Palette. Tanya, listen, no. Okay, so went ahead and applied that. And now you're going to take that same fluffy brush we used earlier and literally just blend out any type of harshness. And that's the key to eyeshadow, is you're constantly building up that color, you know, and also too with blending. You don't want to see where the makeup begins or ends. Wendy, absolutely good for darker skin. Absolutely. Yes. And yes, Sid, I can absolutely slow it down. I apologize. So I'm just blending out that darker color. And I have two different type of blending motions. You can do a swoop or you can do the circular. Rachel? Absolutely, Rachel. It is good for lighter skin. And then Marcia said, are you using more? No, so what I'm doing is I'm literally taking the darker color and I'm applying it here. And then I'm using the fluffy brush to drag it. So that's all I'm doing, is literally dragging it. And so now what I'm going to go ahead and do to do with the cut crease, because now we're actually going to cut the crease, you're going to take your same concealer and you're going to apply it on your eyelid like so. And this is a trick I use. Let me see here. So the trick I use for that, I'm just trying to look over the questions. Let me see, for iris, yes, absolutely. For hooded eyes, you're gonna go ahead. And then, so this is the trick that I use. You go ahead and take your eyes and you literally look up, and it marks. It literally is like a little outline of where you're going to cut the crease. And that is literally how you get it spot on every time. So now you take your flat foundation brush or concealer brush, and now it's time to connect it. And now we're just connecting. And be gentle when it comes to this, guys. It takes time because you want to shape it. So don't get frustrated. All right, Sydney, sorry, the comments are coming so quick. Let me see this. So if you were doing a more dramatic look with brighter colors. Yes, Sydney. So yeah, that's what you're going to do. It's all about building the colors. So you do your transition colors and you just build on top of that. But every time that you build the color, blend. So build and blend, build and blend. You don't want to wait until the end because that's how you get it to look like a muddy mess. For Miss Janine, the name of the palette was the Color Boss Master Palette. So let me go ahead. And then let me grab some more concealer. And Rachel, yes, they have these. I'm going to show you, hun. The Color Boss Squad mini palettes, and they have colors for cooler skin. They have blues, they have greens, silvers that would be very beautiful on you. So yes, they do. And let me put it down so you guys can see. And Tanya, yes, actually I'll show you how I did my eyeliner. My eyeliner here is actually eyeshadow, and I'll show that to you right now. And this is a half cut crease, so we're actually stopping at the half point right here. For Dana, so what we're gonna go ahead and do, let me see, it says, okay, so you'll see here, we literally traced where the crease is gonna go. So that's why we put on the eyeshadow, because you can see it here, like I don't know if you can see it that close, and you're actually right. I did put on a little bit too much concealer on top, but that's okay. I'll show you how I'm gonna fix it. Generally, you would go a little bit lower, so you didn't, but I applied a little too much. Thank you, Dilcia. Elizabeth, how long does it take to do your makeup? Honestly, it really just depends. It could be anywhere from like 20-minute quick beat to an hour 45. And that's when I'm just doing all out. And also I've been sipping on some wine. So now we're going to go ahead and grab that same brush. Well, now we're going to grab a flat brush, and we're going to go ahead and take this color. And we're just patting that shimmery color all on the crease. The color, Rashawn, the color that I use is 155. The Woke Up Like This 155. Sheena, yes, absolutely. The makeup and wine sessions are my fave. So now we're literally just going to go ahead and pat that. So as you guys can see, I did go a little too high with the concealer. Not a problem. We're just going to take those same colors that I went through, and we're going to take our pointed brush, and we're just going to fix it. So you see how we went ahead and we're starting to fix it. We're going to take that darker color. For Cindy, do you use the same shade concealer you use on your face? No, it's the same. It's the exact same. I use one concealer for my face and on top. And I'm just correcting, guys, because I did go a little crazy with the concealer. So all I'm doing is correcting, and this is exactly how you fix it. You're going to take the exact same colors you used earlier, the transition shades, the darker color, and you're just going to outline it. Make sure you're using a pointy foundation brush. And then we can go in and blend. Okay, now for the half cut crease, we're going to go back in with that same foundation brush, grab our color, and we're going to cut the crease. Let's see if you guys can see it like this. And do you see how I'm dragging it down now? For Robin? No, and also too, a little tip for you, if you know, because like I said, I also have big eyes too. If you want to make them look smaller, use black eyeliner and you can do a thin line. You can either like do under your eye right here, and then you line your waterline. That gives you the illusion of smaller eyes. But no, this won't exaggerate your eye. So we're just going down here. Sorry, I hope my mirror wasn't in the way. And we're just rebuilding those colors exact same way, dragging it down. And then we're going to take the darker color. Okay, and then as far as like this, you can go ahead and we're going to take a little bit of shimmer right here. This really beautiful shimmery color. Add a little bit of it right here. And that's why, because you know, before earlier it was kind of like a V. It was like a We're going to take that really pretty shimmery and just kind of like dab it here. Pooja, my foundation shade is 155 and it is the, let me see here, the Woke Up Like This. Shiva, how to make your eyes look bigger. A really good tip is you would take white eyeliner and you would line your waterline and then apply the eyeshadow underneath it. Shanice, I think, yeah, Shanice, as far as like what colors to use, try to stick within the color scheme. You know what I mean? Like you see, as far as like the color boss palette, I went with the light brown, the pinks. Like I played mostly in this area, and just honestly, practice makes perfect. That's sometimes you just got to sit down there and just experiment with different colors. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do the same to the bottom. We're going to take our same colors and we're just going to apply it down here. For Magalise, no, trust me, it is not just you. I know it seems like a lot of steps. I just really wanted to break it down. Once you get like the practice in, this becomes second nature. Like, I can't even explain it. When I first started doing cut crease, I looked a mess. I was just, oh, but then I just started practicing it to the point where now 5-10 minutes. Exactly, Shanti. The more you play, the better. You just got to keep doing it. Don't get discouraged. It seems like a lot. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and take that darker color. Maria, oh yes, I'm excited for you to try this tomorrow. And then as far, so do you guys see how it looks kind of like a lot down here versus this? We're going to take our same blended brush and we're going to take that pink color, dab off the excess, and we're just going to blend it. Keep in mind, be very careful when doing this because some people have, they'll go too far deep and that's how you get the raccoon eyes where it starts going down into here. You just want to keep it very light. Mrs. Redvon, listen, no, practice makes perfect. Trust me, I know. At first it can seem like it's intimidating, but you got this. Trust me, you got it. Now we're going to go ahead and curl the lashes. Not that I have a lot of lashes. I have very short, tiny lashes. And we're going to use the Il Maquillage mascara. And look, now I have lashes. And then, oh, also too, you can take a little bit of shimmer and just highlight your brow bone. And let me see here. And there you guys have it. It is the cut crease. Let me see. Any questions? Any questions, loves? Jay Davis, do you put concealer under your eye? Yes, I do. Yes, I do have an Instagram, Angela. It is Joey Lisette. Shiva, as far as how much foundation I put on my face, I literally will take the let me see here. I have my foundation brush. I'll literally take it, just literally swoop it down and dab it. The good thing about Il Maquillage foundation, guys, the coverage is bomb. Like, you don't know it, but I'm breaking out really bad, like really bad. But that's the thing. Like, look at this. Okay, like literally, it's coverage central. So definitely go ahead, soup it up, and you can just dab it. I recommend getting a dense foundation brush. That way you can just press it into your skin to give you that natural look. Yeah, so Lauren, the concealer I used for the cut crease is the same concealer I used to highlight. So Abigail, as far as how do you get the extra eyeshadow powder off of your foundation, you can take some tape and literally put it there and just take it off, and it won't affect the foundation too much. But what I would recommend is doing the eyes first and then the foundation. Yes, Vanessa, the foundation is amazing. Let me see. Oh, Angela, thank you so much. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Yes, Maria, I am. So I literally just did the concealer and then I went ahead and I put the shimmer on top of it. Sid, to find out what kind of eyes you have, honestly, you can just Google it. But there's different types of eye shapes. Like me, I just have big old almond eyes. Like that's just my eye type. People have hooded eyes. Some people have like the teardrop eyes that like go down. Maria, let me see here. Can you? That wouldn't look strange at all. You can use that. In fact, like you can use the colored shimmer. You can use this one. This would be pretty, or this would be pretty. If you are concerned about it looking strange, though, you can go ahead and use the transition color and then put the shimmer over it, but it wouldn't look strange. Charlotte, for puffy under eyes, what you can do is you can literally take like for your concealer. What I would recommend doing in that case is taking your concealer and putting it in the fridge for a little bit. And the coolness will help with the puffiness. Sherry, thank you so much. So sweet. Angela, absolutely not. It is not. And no, that is not too much for a 50-year-old woman. You go ahead and you do it, you wear it, you rock it. And Sid, yes, in the fridge. I have a skincare fridge I keep in my bathroom, and I keep certain products in there just in case I do get puffy eyes. The coolness. I'll make it go down. See here. For Mel B, for dark circles under the eyes, what I would recommend is actually El Maquillage for they have a color correcting concealer, a peach one. That is perfect for combating dark circles. Jolie, I am actually originally from the US Virgin Islands. Ah, Day, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the class. Oh, and also too, guys, before we go, because I'm about to say I have 1 minute left, you will be getting a surprise in your email. So make sure you check that out. All right. Because you will be getting a little something, something. All right. But other than that, are there any other questions? Everybody good? Mel B. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Wow. Take a little. My Instagram is Joey Lisette. Thank you guys. Oh, we got another Joanna in the house. I see that. Joanna says thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you guys so much. Well, I am going to go ahead and head out. You guys have been amazing.